This is Scott Spears here in the Classic Championship Wrestling Control Center, getting ready for the Christmas Classic coming up on Saturday, December 21st, 2013, with a 7 p.m. start time at the Steve Hogg Rec Center, located at 775 North Main Street right here in Marion. Tickets are $8. You can purchase those by calling 740-802-4337. That telephone number again, 740-802-4337. I have my Christmas hat on here because it is a Christmas Classic 4 days before Christmas, and the main event on this exciting card is really going to be something. It is legendary wrestler Bobby Fulton, member of the tag team The Fantastics, taking on the man I'm joined by via telephone, a member of Classic Championship Wrestling. He was here in Marion back in February and put on an unbelievable show in a feud with Bobo Brazil Jr. He is movie star, actor, author, wrestler, the fantastic, one-of-a-kind, Ox Baker. Ox, how are you?
Fine, I'm real fine this night. I'm sure glad that I'm going to be back there in Ohio, because I really enjoyed myself. I met a lot of people, and we had a great night, and I'm waiting to come back again.
Now, Ox, I do want to clear up something from that February show for all our fans. If people didn't watch it, and you should have, Ox Baker took on the son of legendary superstar Bobo Brazil Jr., put his 40-year unbeaten streak on the line in Ohio against Bobo. Bobo looked like he had Ox beat. He delivered him the cocoa butt, and then Ox, some chicanery happened. A couple of your men locked down, and Sinister hit the ring to kind of save you before that 40-year unbeaten streak went down the tubes. I haven't talked to you since then. What do you make of that?
Well, I want to tell the people, and I apologize, I missed the show, because during that match, he had put a couple of holds on me and actually cracked a couple of my ribs. So I was hurting real bad. But I finally got my hand raised and my streak continued, and I want to continue again. As we've been talking here, I've been wrapping a special package for you, and I'm going to bring it that night. So look for a special package. And the only thing that really disturbs me, I've heard through the grapevine, he said, I watched Ox Baker's career over the years. It didn't parallel with mine, because Ox always seemed to be a little trashy around people. I heard some sly remarks, and he always acted like trash. Well, when you talk about trash, Mr. Fulton, I want you to know, in this match, we're going to find out about trash, because I'm buying a 50-gallon trash can, and I'm going to beat you and put you in that trash. You talk about trash, well, that night, they'll find out who actually is trash. What do you think of that, Scott?
I can't believe that. Are you saying, Ox, that you are going to have a 50-gallon trash can, and the loser of the match between you and the legendary Bobby Fulton?
Will you stop that Bobby Fulton, the legend? He's not more legend than I am. A great legend died the other day. I should have took time for that. We got to pause for a second and think of the great Mad Dog Bouchon, who was a very personal friend of mine, and he said for many years, Ox, you're one of the best. You should have been the world champion more times than actually you was. Mad
Dog Vachon, certainly a legend, and he will be missed. But Bobby Fulton, Ox Baker, he is certainly, you might not want to call him a legend, but he is a ring veteran, without a doubt. Are you saying that you possibly could end up in a trash can on December the 21st?
Folks, don't come to the matches to see Ox Baker put in a trash can. Now, Bobby Fulton, if you've never been in a trash can before, December 21st, we have that match. The loser has to end up in a trash can.
Well, I tell you, Ox, that is going to be something for any fan to see. And
Also, I'm going to manage somebody. I train wrestlers all over the country, and I've been working on this guy here. He's not what you call a skillful wrestler, but he's big and he's mean and he's ornery. I love him to death.
I've heard about this, Ox. His name is the Butcher Beast. You sent us a video of this guy, 400 pounds, moves around that ring lightning quick.
Well, he's supposed to be related to the real Butcher. I don't know if he is, but at 400 pounds, he looks like a ballerina dancer in there. And he said, to further my career, I need you in my corner. And I said, well, after I put Bobby Bolton in that price can, I will manage you and you will get your hand. By the way, did I ask, what is the main event that night?
The main event that night is a battle royal, 15-man battle royal to crown the first Classic Championship Wrestling World Champion over the top rope. Participants include Bobby Fulton, Elliot Weitzcarver, Lockdown, another man you manage, the Tanzanian Terror, a whole host of people in that.
Scott, I don't interrupt you, but the Battle Royals are actually, without a doubt, the most meanest, orneriest matches in all of wrestling. You can sneak up behind anybody. You can kick somebody when they're down, which I love to do. But there's a lot that goes on that night, and I'm going to be watching it, and I won't tell you who I think might win, but I got a lot of people in mind.
I want to bring some things up to you, Ox, while I have you here on the phone as we're approaching this date very quickly, December the 21st. Number one, your Butcher Beast, the Butcher Beast, your 400-pound new protege, who I heard was recently released from a high security mental institution.
Don't bring that up. That's only a vicious rumor. It's someone like Bobby Fulton would start like it. But what I want to know, the last time I was there, I was blowing on my hand. The building was extremely cold, and some of the fans said, boy, I'd like to watch it, but are they going to warm that building up that night? I mean, I'm going to get it warmed up, but is the building going to be warm there, Scotty?
The building's going to be hot as the matches in the ring. But, Ox, this is a hot question for you. Your Butcher Beast does not have an opponent yet. You have not signed him. People don't want to take this man on. They feel he's a loose cannon. How are you going to get him booked? And by the way, he also has not been granted entrance into that Battle Royal for the world title yet.
Well, see, I'm holding back because I want to know exactly who's all going to be in there. But he'll be around there. And in Battle Royal, nobody that's on the wrestling card that night can be denied entrance into that tournament. So he, some way or another, Ox Baker with his cleverness, after putting Bobby Fulton in the trash can, will get the Beast in there. And I want to tell you right now, I believe he will be the winner. 400 pounds, and he is tough.
He is tough. Now, I don't want to be the bearer of bad givings here in the holiday season, but I do have some stipulations to give to you, Ox. Another one of your men that night who you have managed over time, you managed him back in February, Lockdown has signed on the dotted line against another 400-pounder, the Tanzanian Terror, in a bull rope match. But I just got word from the Classic Championship Wrestling Board of Directors that you, his manager, Lockdown, are barred from ringside for that match.
Well, I'm a great commentator also, so I probably could get a chair at the camera where they're doing the comments, and I can tell the people, because I know so much about wrestling, I can tell what's going to happen. And it'll be like you and me, I know you're a commentator, it'll be like you're Gorilla Monsoon, and I'm the great Bobby Heenan, and I will commentate a lot of matches that night because people did not know that Ox Baker was a great wrestler in his time, great amateur, knows all the and what really turns people as they watch wrestling, they don't really know this hold or that hold, but Ox Baker is the master of 1,001 holds.
You are saying, Ox Baker, that you are going to be spending a good deal of that night at the commentator's table with me?
Yeah, I am. I heard the last time I was there, it was so horrible. I want to clean that act up right after Bobby Fulton is put in that trash can. I want to get to that table, and folks, just to hear me announce it's worth the price. What time do you say that match is started, by the way?
That is 7 p.m. on December the 21st, and I tell you, I don't know what I did bad this year to be stuck at the announce table with you on December the 21st.
Well, I wish you, I want to tell you, I only wish you shower before we commentate because I want a clean table when I'm sitting there, and I want everybody to smell like Christmas spirit.
Well, Ox, I did want to get your opinion on that, though. Your man Lockdown, you're barred from ringside. He's taking on a 400-pound Tanzanian terror in a bull rope match. You won't be able to pull any of your chicanery like you like to do.
But you know, when I talked about the Battle Royal, the second most dangerous match is that bull rope because there are no rules, right? You can hit the guy with the bell. I believe there's a rule because anytime I manage, I don't let them outside of the ring. I keep that bull rope right in the ring so people can see what's going on. But it's a dangerous, and many times the guy afterwards never wrestles again.
A lot of people have said to me, Ox, they have said, this Battle Royal's taking place, we're going to crown the first world champion. And there is a man on the card who is not involved in that Battle Royal. He's the man, only man in the history of wrestling to eliminate Andre the Giant in a Battle Royal. Andre the Giant won more Battle Royals than any other wrestler in the history of wrestling. And that's you. Why are you not in that Battle Royal?
Well, the idea, I feel like that night after I managed my beast and after I put Bobby Fulton there and I commentate you, that's enough for Ox Baker, you know. I can only do so much. I only got so much talent, but just to hear me do the announcing is well worth the price of a ticket. So, folks, let's have a real Christmas spirit, and don't forget to say hello to me as you walk by my table. You don't have to talk to Scott, but say hello to the fantastic one, Ox Baker.
And I want, before we wrap this up, I got two more stipulations here, Ox, that have just been handed to me from the Classic Championship Wrestling Board.
But what are them?
Number one, in the match that you've talked about quite heavily with Bobby Fulton, Ox Baker, Bobby Fulton, trash can match. Loser ends up in a trash can. Ox, if you lose that match by pinfall, disqualification, or countout, if you try to run, you still end up in that trash can. It's not just a pin.
The loser has to be set inside that trash can. I'm telling you that. And also in this Battle Royal, you didn't bring it up, Scotty, but I'll bring it up. I'm going to have a mysterious entry in there. No, I'm not going to give you his name at this time, but he's going to fool the crowd. I guarantee this mysterious that I control all the way.
I want to say this one more time, Ox. Your Butcher Beast, your 400-pound maniac, has not been granted entrance into that Battle Royal. I'm putting you on the spot here. Howard Cosell question to you. Will he be in that Battle Royal?
We will have to work on it. I don't want to tell you at that time or this time, but you actually will have to go to the match to see if he's in that Battle Royal. And I guarantee you, if I find a way to get him in there, he will get his hand raised. He will be, and I'm not going to tell you who the mysterious guest is, by the way.
Final question, Ox. You say you're going to have a Christmas package delivered for Bobby Fulton that night, December 21st, 7 p.m., Christmas Classic, Steve Hogg Rec Center, 775 North Main Street. a Christmas package. What is that? What is that about?
I'm not telling you that either. You got to come and see it. But as we're talking, I'm wrapping that package up. I'm trying to find a big bowl to put on. I should put the bowl around his head, but no, Bobby Fulton, you have a surprise package also. So, folks, if you're not doing anything that evening, come down there. I guarantee the building will be warm. I guarantee you'll get to see, and you'll see one of the great commentators of all time.
I tell you, fans, it is going to be unbelievable. It's Ox Baker, Bobby Fulton, loser in a trash can, 15-man over-the-top battle royal to crown the first world champion. Ox Baker's latest find, the Butcher Beast, will be there. Maybe he'll be in action. Maybe he won't. Lockdown versus the Tanzanian Terror in a bull rope match. Ox Baker barred from ringside. Elliot White's Carver versus Tom McLean. You have got a match and more matches being added all the time.
In a warm building also.
In a war that really stuck in your crawl, didn't it, Ox?
Oh, yes.
It did, but you'll be there December 21st, the Christmas Classic, $8 a ticket, Marion, Ohio. Call the telephone number, 740-802-4337. You will not want to miss this, possibly the biggest wrestling event of 2013. And we've saved the best for last, and I think Ox Baker might end up in a trash can. You might be doing commentary with your can in the can.
Stop it. You're trying to get me worked up. And let me finish wrapping this package for Bobby. I'll see you folks the 21st of December.
You're a mean one, Mr. Grinch. You